Hey guys, there's the old Mercedes. Thought I would do a video about something that happens pretty common. It's not about car problems necessarily, but a lot of people buy and sell things on Craigslist and eBay and places like that, and I do that, as you probably well have noticed. And I've always had good success at it because I write good ads, and I wanted to share some tips about that, how to write a good vehicle ad or anything, boat, anything you're selling. And really, this could apply to anything that's for sale, but I see people write these ads out and people mess them up a lot. They do some things that I don't understand, and they just don't seem to know what they're doing. So I'm gonna give you some tips. First of all, take pictures. You're not going to sell anything if you have just one picture. If this was the only picture I took of this car and I had it for sale, I wouldn't get much results from it. You know, why on earth would you take just one picture of something, go all the way around it and take plenty of pictures? You take this side, you take right front, take a picture of the full-on front, the front angle, left side, and you know, I'm almost in the street here, but when you take your pictures, don't chop them off. Don't do like that, don't do like that, don't do that crap like that. Take a good picture. You go on to the back, do the left recorder, full on. Same here, end up with the right rear quarter. There you go. You need to take good pictures. You know, the more people like to look at pictures. People that buy things, especially like on eBay, they love to look at pictures because you're asking somebody to buy something that's, it could be hundreds or thousands of miles away. If you're one of these people that you say, well, I can't be bothered to take all those pictures, well, you obviously can't be bothered to sell your item either. I mean, that's how it works. The more effort you put into it, the more you get out of it. Second thing, you take pictures. You need to take pictures of the bad stuff as well as the good. See, this car has a small rust hole in the door. You need to take a picture of that. You don't hide stuff from potential buyers, because somebody's going to buy something if they, like this car was for sale, which it's not. And I didn't show that. And the guy came in from, say he flew down from New Jersey or Texas or wherever he's coming from and buy this car, and he's already made a deposit. And he gets down there and he says, well, you didn't show me that. I didn't know it had a rust hole right there. You know, if I don't actually end up losing the sale, if he doesn't walk, which he actually would have the right to because I didn't disclose everything, then you know, he may get back and give me bad feedback, which I can't really do that on eBay. But you know, I have a 100% rating on eBay, and I worked hard to get that, so that's why I have good experience to tell you this stuff. Wish that dog would shut up. Everywhere I move there's a dog. People are addicted to dogs. So like on this car, not only am I going to take all those around the car shots, I'm going to take a picture of the corrosion that it has there, up here, on the door, right there on the door, just anywhere. You know, any defect it has, I'm going to show it, because people will still buy something even if it's got problems, you know, minor problems. They'll still buy it as long as they know about it. You know, just when you surprise them, that's when they don't like it. So you do that. You take plenty of good pictures. Same applies to the inside of it. You need to, if it's got 4 doors, you need to open every door up. Take a picture from back here that just generally shows the door panel and the seat and the floor. Do it all the way around, all four doors, all 2 doors. Then you need to get in, take pictures of the inside of it. You know, and what I like to do, sometimes I get in the back seat and I take a picture up towards the front. If it's got any glass problems, you need to, there's Lyle the smoker going in. You need to show them. Got ragged carpet like that, you need to show that. You don't need to hide anything. You do that, and that'll work for you. If it's got any problems in the trunk floor, the floor of the car, you need to tell that. A lot of times I see people, something will be screwed up with a car or a truck or whatever on one side. It'll have some damage or something, and you'll know. So take pictures of every side but that one. And you know that ain't gonna work because people know you're hiding something. When you don't take a picture, when you say, well, it's got a little bit of damage, and you don't show it, they're gonna know you're hiding something right away, and they're not gonna buy it. That's just how it works. So you need to have good pictures and full disclosure. You need to tell the basics: what engine, transmission it has, how many miles, how it runs, how it drives. And you don't need to write a sermon on the mount about every problem that it has. If it's hard to start, you need to just say it's hard to start. If it's making some engine noise, you just need to say it's making some engine noise. You don't need to make excuses about it. You don't need to tell everybody your theory of what it could be about, like, well, it could be this and blah 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 blah. And you know, they don't care. They just want to know what it's doing. They people can make up their own mind about whether they want to fix it or not. Don't worry about telling people, you know, all that crap. They don't want to know, because people that shop for things, they have a limited attention span, and they're not gonna read through a bunch of your theories. And one thing especially is, like, when you're writing an ad, you need to either be able to write a good ad or get somebody to help you do it, because I've seen some terrible ones. They suck. You know, people get in there and one of the worst things I see people do is they'll write one complete paragraph. The whole ad is one paragraph. There's no splits in it. You know, it doesn't break the paragraph into different parts. It's just one run together jumble, and nobody can read that. And I've even seen people that apparently, if they ever learned capitalization or punctuation in school, they completely forgot all of it. I've seen them run a whole entire sentence together. The whole ad is one sentence. It never stops. It's like, well, we got this, we got this, you know, what in the world is that? That's not how you write. It's like this. Follow this format. I have for sale a 1973 Mercedes 220D. Stop. Period. Go down another one. Say it is a 4-speed manual. It has about 200,000 miles on it. It runs good. Drives good. Stop. Go to another paragraph. It has some rust areas on the outside. The inside is in pretty good shape. The glass is all good. Stop. You see what I'm saying? You don't just have to run everything you say in the one crammed up paragraph. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't do that. Like I said, if you can't do any better than that, you need to get some help with it. And here's one other thing too, and this is kind of humorous, but I see a lot of people that they write an ad out, especially if they've decided to not include a picture, but most of the time they have a picture, but they'll say the color of the car in there. That is one of the most unnecessary things to put in a for sale ad that you have a picture with that there ever has been. When you look at the picture, you already know what color it is. You don't have to tell people it's white. You don't have to tell people black, gray. You know, I've seen that in the heading of ads before. They'll say, I have a 1987 Nissan 300ZX red, you know. Woo. Okay. Well, it's good to know, but I saw the picture of it. I know it's red. Thank you, but I know it's red. Like I said, and don't make excuses. And here's another thing that never works. Don't tell people how much stuff is going to cost to fix. Like I said, they don't care. They'll know. They'll find out, or they already know. They probably know more than you do about it. So, you know, if you try to BS people along and say, well, it's got this wrong with it, it's got that wrong with it, but it can be fixed for $100, or I know somebody's got one for $250, or I got this part for $50. Don't waste your time with that. People don't care. They don't care. I just totally look over that stuff. I don't need to know how much you think it's going to cost to fix it, because for one thing, you haven't fixed it. You hadn't spent the money, so it doesn't matter right now. To me, it's up to me. And then, what else? Oh yeah, you get these people selling stuff, especially if it's something that's pretty valuable. And I'm kind of pointing my camera away when there's people coming by, because I don't want people to think I'm taking a picture of them. But one thing, people, when they're selling cars like something's a little bit more valuable, it's like they're daring you to get information about it. It's like you'll see an ad and it may have one picture or two pictures, and then it's got like 6 words in the ad. 73 Dark Sport, runs super, great car, you know, and that's all they say about it. And it's like they want you to keep emailing them and extract this information out of them about whatever it is. You know, it's like this, like they're daring you, like you're daring people to buy your car from you. It's like, well, I might sell it to you and I might not sell it to you. I don't know. You can get enough information out of me. I might sell it, but I've got something that's worth a lot of money, and I don't know. I'll think about selling it. You know, they write out. You know, I have to ask, dude. You know, what are you doing here? Why are you wasting your time? If you don't want to sell your car for real, don't waste your time and my time and the world's time by putting an ad out there. You know, like 73 Dark Sport, runs great, hot car, blah, and they might not even put a phone number. You know, I'm thinking to myself, what is this? What is this? You know, and that's along with the people that they write ads and it's like they're daring you to buy it from them. Like I just said, it's like, well, if you can actually get a hold of me, if you can actually get me to answer the phone, and you can actually get me to meet you, then well, I might think about selling it to you. You got enough money? And that's, I guess, the last point I'm going to make is right in that same line of thought right there, is when I look for a cheap car or something to mess with, like when I was buying that Caprice right there, I run into this a lot on Craigslist, and for the life of me, I don't understand it. People put ads up, and the guy that had this one didn't do it, but there was a couple more that I looked at. One of them was a Firebird. It was a late 70s Firebird. Pretty nice car. And the ad had been up for quite a while. I'm going to step in here. I feel kind of exposed out here. People driving by continuously. There they go. More residents in your Volvo. But anyway, this guy's ad had been up for, you know, a couple, 3 or 4 weeks, you know, and that's a long time for a Craigslist ad to be up. You had to wonder why. Because, of course, some people are so freaking lazy, they won't delete their ad when it sells. You know, they're just lazy boobs. They won't delete it. But I emailed him. He didn't put a phone, I think he put a phone number, but I emailed him first. He said call or email. So I emailed him about it. I didn't get any answer. And I think I might have emailed him twice, as a matter of fact, like a few days apart, and no reply. And finally, I got pissed off about it, so I got my phone in there, and I hardly ever text message, but I did this time. I got to send him a text message to his phone because I assumed it was a cell phone. They always are cell phone numbers. And so I sent him. It wasn't nasty, but I said, if you have sold your Firebird, would you please delete the ad? Thank you. Like that. So finally, that rousted him up out of his slumber enough to send me a text message back, and it was something like this. It's like, well, it's still for sale. He said, I think I got your emails. I see that. What's that? I think I got your emails. You didn't think, you got them. I think I got your emails. He said, but I've been busy working and haven't had time to this. And not only that, this dumb doofus didn't even bother to call me back about it. Okay, what in the world goes through people's minds to do this? It's like, well, I got something for sale, but it's more important to me to be busy and not call you than it is to actually try to get in contact with you. It doesn't work that way, guys. You know, if you like to if you like to practice avoidance techniques, or you don't like talking to people or something like that, then you ain't cut out to sell a car. You don't even need to waste your time on that one either. You know, when I list a car for sale, eBay or Craigslist, wherever, I do that with the knowledge that, you know what, I'm probably going to have to return phone calls. I'm probably going to have to talk to people about it, actually talk to them about it. And I might, you know, ooh, wow, it might come down to actually have to meet them in person. What if I had to do that? If I had to actually meet them and talk to them? Woo! You know, so real. There's just some guidelines, and you know, like I said, I'm qualified to do this video because I've sold a lot of stuff, and I have a good feedback. I have an excellent feedback record because I write good ads, and you know, I know how to sell stuff. And that's, you take my advice on all this, and you'll do good. And don't do these stupid things I've just pointed out. You know, I know some people, I guess, bless their hearts, they just have too much of a hard time focusing on anything to do it correctly. But you need to try or get somebody to help you. So, all right, guys, I'm about to set out for the recycling place. So we will see you later. And remember, buy American.